What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be discussing the Chicago Bulls and more specifically Zach LaVine. Now, Zach LaVine recently had a training video, I don't know if it was uploaded by him or by some other random person, basically working out with a very talented player as well. And I also just want to discuss what it means for the Bulls, what it means for Zach LaVine, and just overall how good did he look in that training video. We'll discuss all that, about that and more in this video. But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and I guess Zach LaVine, and do you want to see him stay around with this Bulls team? I have asked this question before, but ultimately new people could be watching, opinions might have changed. Would you like to see Zach LaVine stick around for this upcoming season, even if we have the choice? Because sometimes in life, you just don't have that choice. And maybe this is one of those times. Regardless, Zach LaVine made a training video, or was in a training video, that kind of showed off a little bit of everything that he's working on. Working on his athleticism, which of course he still has. Thank goodness he still has his athleticism. Some really good three-point shooting, some contested shooting as well. Fadeaways. It looked really good. It looked like Zach LaVine is getting back to peak fitness. And this is a good thing for a variety of reasons. We've talked about Zach LaVine in a lot of ways. Obviously, his agents. We've talked a lot about his agent. We've talked a lot about the current relationship between the Bulls and LaVine. We talked about possible trade destinations. The list goes on. We've talked about everything. But the one thing I feel like we don't talk about enough in terms of Zach LaVine is the fact that he's coming off of an injury. I feel like not many people talk about this because so many other things get put in the way. But with that being said, Zach LaVine's, obviously, injury is still a big part of him trying to recover. He's trying to recover from that type of injury. And I think, personally, watching this video, it actually made me believe that he's pretty much 100% and he's going to be ready to go. And I really hope there's some extra motivation for Zach LaVine when it comes to this upcoming season, for a couple of reasons as well. But let's start off with the fact that people are now starting to put him into question. They're starting to question everything, ladies and gentlemen. They are starting to question his mentality. They're starting to question his mindset, his ability to help a winning team, even being a first option on a winning team. They're starting to question his contract. They're even starting to question his love for the game and his love for the Bulls. So many things put into question. And I really hope he's taking into stride and he's coming in with some motivation. Not only to prove people wrong, but to also show what he's all about. Because it's not just the fans. Because if it was just the fans, he would have had his trade by now. It is very clear that NBA teams are asking these questions of Zach LaVine as well. Asking about his mentality, questioning his mindset, questioning if he can help a winning team. So he has so much to prove in that avenue. And again, if he can, he'll probably get the trade that he's seeking. He'll probably get his trade kicker as well, which is, I think, a big part of why he wants to get traded. These are all things that he needs to come in thinking about if he's going to be playing for the Bulls again. And that is something that I want to see. Because, again, I think it helps everybody. I also think a motivated Zach LaVine will help the locker room. A demotivated Zach LaVine, it's only going to bring toxicity. It's only going to bring disappointment. You know, it's not going to help anyone if you're going to see Zach LaVine come into this team all moody and not willing to participate, not willing to give effort. It's just going to bring everybody down. But a motivated Zach LaVine, even if it's for a short-term goal or a short-term vision, will help everybody on this Bulls team. If you want to win, that's going to help, of course. But also, it's going to help team morale. It's going to help team chemistry. It's going to help everything when it comes to this Bulls. When it comes to the Bulls, and that's something that I want to see. Maybe I'm biased, but I want to see that. But of course, he was also working with Trae Young. Now, let's be honest, working with Trae Young doesn't necessarily mean anything for the Chicago Bulls, but one thing I firmly believe is that if you want to get better, you need to work with high-quality players. And you can hate Trae Young, you can love Trae Young. Of course, he's not the best player, he's not the best point guard in the league, but he's a high-quality player. He's a multiple-time All-Star, he's still one of the best offensive talents in the league today, and working with him is only going to help Zach LaVine in my eyes. So I don't see any wrong in this video, is what I'm trying to say. I don't see anything wrong in the montage. He looks good. It looks like he's getting back to peak physical fitness. And of course, there's nothing wrong with just showing off every now and then. But be very mindful. This is a montage. This is a training video. This is something to get Bulls fans, to get LaVine fans excited for the upcoming season. You cannot take these types of videos as an absolute guaranteed fact that he's going to come into this upcoming season and rule with an iron fist for the Chicago Bulls. Things can turn quickly, and training videos can truly come out to be completely worthless from time to time. So I'm excited to see what we see from Zach LaVine. Of course, I am expecting this to be a short-term situation for LaVine because it's very clear he wants out of Chicago. So we'll wait and see how that goes. But until then, do you guys want to see him stick around? Thank you for watching. Drop a like and a follow and or subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.